So let's wrap this with the center widget, and then let's hot restart. All right, now it's centered. So let's create let's give it another children. So first let's put the size box on top here, constant of sized box. So with a height, let's not get 100, let's get something like 50. So we should cut it here and then put it above this one. Okay, so not here. Then let's hot restart. Okay, we have some spacing there. Then next, after this size box, we need to create the text field. Okay, so here let's just put the text field. So in this text field, let's add some text. We can add the name of the app, or we can add the login text. Okay, so let's first add the name of the app. So let's say Flutter Chat Pro, and then let's give it some style. So let's get the style from Google Fonts. So let's say Google Fonts so you can choose whichever style you want to use from these ones down of Google Font. Okay, so I'm just gonna use a simple one, Open Sans, and then let's give it some properties. So first I want to give it some font size. Let's give it maybe 28, and then let's give it some font weight. So font weight, this one, let's say font weight, you can say W500. Yeah, that one. And then let's put a comma. Let's hot restart. Okay, so there is our text. We can put another comma here to format it. Let's hot restart. So there it is. And then after this text, I want to put another size box, const of size box. So maybe this one, let's put a small height of about 20. And then here, let's put another text. Okay, so this one, since we are going to use the phone login, so let's put a text here to tell the user that he should put their phone number. Okay, let's say add. Okay, Copilot is already assisting us. Okay, so let's go with it. Add your phone number to log in or register. Okay, but let's change this. Maybe let's say add your phone number, or send you the code to verify this one. So there is a text, and then now let's put a comma and also put some styling. So okay, Copilot is already assisting us, but we want to use a Google Fonts. So let's copy these fonts here, copy, then let's say style, and then let's paste that Google font there. So we can remove this constant keyword, and then here font size, let's do 16, and then let's remove that. Okay, and then what else? So let's put a comma there, and then also hot restart. So there is our text, but let's align the text to the center, and then also let's put some padding. So first down here, let's do text aligned dot center, and then here let's wrap this, put the cursor here, then click on this light bulb, and then put wrap with padding. So let's change this to symmetric, and then let's do horizontal. It's going to be 20, and and then vertical is also going to be 20.0. Okay, let's restart. There we have our text like that. And then next, after this text, let's come down here. After this text, let's put another size box of 20. Yeah. And then here now, let's put the text form field. Okay. So Copilot is already knows what we want, but let's use a text form field, not a text field. So let's text form field, this one. So now let's restart again. There we have it. And then you can see if we click here, but now let's edit it. We wanted to use only numbers, not these. So here let's give it some properties. So first of all, the max length, we want it to be 10 digits. And then also let's put the keyboard type. So Copilot already knows all these things. So there's a phone. And then what else? We need to also put the text input action, text input action, text export action .done. We want to change this to like this, the done sign. So let's restart. Now if you click here, we have numbers, but we also don't need these letters. So let's change this from phone to number. Okay. So let's restart. Let's try to click here, and then so we have numbers now, and then we don't want this to show. So here on the decoration, we want to say hint. It says counter text. Okay, counter text. We'll put that. Let's remove that. We'll put that to empty. Okay, let's restart again. So it's gone. Okay, now the next thing that we can do now is to work on this prefix. Okay, so this prefix, we want it to be our country code picker. We want to click on it and then select the country where we are from. Okay, so let's work on this. So let's go up here. Let's initialize our country code package, our country picker. So let's say country, and then let's say selected country. This will be equal to country. There's somewhere like Copilot is suggesting to us, this will be equal to selected country, like that. And then let's initialize. So let's import this. Okay, and then here we need to put some required arguments here. So if we hover over here, you can see that it's got some required argument here: phone number, country code, all these, the ones that Copilot was suggesting here. Okay, so let's just remove it and then do it again, and then let's let Copilot do it. Okay, so let's do country, yeah, like that, and then let's click on tab, and then we need to put all these things. Okay, so first there are things that we don't need here. So let's come. It says that it's still saying that there's these required things that we haven't put. Okay, so let's come down here. First we need to put the phone code, this one. So it needs to be a string. So the phone code, we need to put some default values here. Okay, so in my country is Zambia, so the phone code is 26. That's the first code, it's 26. And then also we need to put the country code. Okay, so let's come down here and then let's do country code. The country code in my country is the default is it's ZM. So you need to put your country code to your country, or the default code that you want this application to be starting with. Okay, and then now we need to put there's E1, this is also required. This is an int, so this one we can just put 0. So all of these I'm checking from here. And then also if you go to the country code picker's documentation, everything is there. Okay, and then next let's put another one. If you check here, we've got geographic. Okay, so the geographic also, let's put it geographic, and then this one let's put it to true. And then next, after the geographic, we can put the level. So the level we can just put 1, and then next after the level we can put the name, which is being put here. So what we're going to do is let's remove this that Copilot has put. Okay, we're just going to put according to this what is required here. Okay, so all of this we can check from the documentation of this package. Okay, so the country, my country is Zambia. And then here the next thing that we'll do is put there's an example, which I'll also just put the same Zambia. And then next is so I need to put the comma here. And then next I need to put the display name. So the display name, again, this is going to be Zambia. You can see Copilot is already suggesting. And then next we need to put now the display name country code. Okay, again, this is going to be Zambia, but Copilot is suggesting Zambia. This is the country code. I need to put ZM. And then now we also need to put the E1 key. This one we can leave it as also just an empty string. Okay, just like that. So now this is how we initialize our country code picker. It's complaining with all these errors because it doesn't want us to put it to private here, or it wants us to add the final keyword here. Okay, so let's not do this because we know it's going to change. Let's remove the final keyword and then just remove the underscore that Copilot has put for us. So now this is the country code picker, the initialization of the country code picker. Now let's go down to our prefix icon. This icon, the prefix, where is it? This one. So here, instead of returning this icon, let's return let's see, we are going to return let's return a container. Okay, so you can see that Copilot already knows what we want to do here. Okay, so let's go with what it's saying. So it knows that we want country code picker. So here let's put a comma, and then let's also import this. So we can't import this. What we're supposed to do, because this is this method is not defined in our country code. So what we're supposed to do here is, instead of this, so this child, let's wrap this into with an inqua. So let's remove this that Copilot has put for us. This one we need to remove. We need to have a thing, the inqua widget. Okay, so let's cut that. Then here let's have an inqua widget. So this inqua widget, and then on top, that's when we want to show the country code picker. Okay, so let's do that, and then here inside here let's show the okay, so Copilot again is suggesting now the correct thing. So let's hit tab. So it has put a lot of brackets here, so we need to remove some. Let's remove, okay, immediately when you remove that, and then it's done. So now on top, that's when it's showing show country code picker. Okay, so let's hot restart and see if this works. So let's hot restart. Let's hot restart again. Then let's click here. Not sure if we did hot restart. Okay, let's just do it again 2 times. So for some reason the application is taking time. Let's stop it and then let's run it again. Okay, so it looks like we have an error. Nothing's showing up here. Okay, so what we're going to do is let's this padding, this container, we didn't give a child to this inkwell. Okay, so where is that? This container, it needs to have a child. Okay, so here on the inkwell needs to have a child. Okay, so here after this, let's say child. Okay, and then let's give it this. Copilot is already suggesting, so let's go with it, and then let's try to hot restart again. Okay, so we are still getting a render error. Okay, even though it has loaded. So this error is coming from the last time when we didn't give it a child. So let's put some commas here, then let's try to click here, so we can see that we are bringing up the country code picker here. Okay, if you close that, we are bringing it up. Okay, let's minimize that, and then let's hot restart again and see if we have this error. Okay, so the error is gone, is because we had inkwell, but we did not give it a child here. Okay, so now this inkwell, we can also show a flag here maybe. Okay, so what we are going to do is let's show the flag here. So here we can see that we are only showing the phone.code. Okay, so maybe let's also show a flag. So to show a flag here, we need to put this. Let's cut this, and then we create a string, and then let's put a $sign, and then we can put brackets, and then what we can see, selected country, this one, but this is the phone code. We want to put the flag at first, so this we can move it this side and then put another one here. So here we're going to say selected country dot emoji dot flag emoji, this one. Okay, so and then here also in front of the code you can see that it's just a number. Let's add just one space and then add the plus sign here. Let's hot restart. So there, that's what we want to show. Now when we select another country, we want to show exactly that. Okay, that, and then even here we can type. So maybe here let's put the style of this. Okay, because here we are getting this style, so let's keep the same style. So up here on the hint, let's put the style. We have to say hint style, and then let's keep the same, and then let's hot restart. Yeah, now that's kind of look the same. All right, so we can select the country here, and then we can enter the phone number. And then the other thing that we can do here is let's reduce we don't want this to be full screen. Okay, let's show it just a bit. So here on the country picker, here show phone code, here there's another property called this is a country list theme, this one. Okay, country list theme. Okay, so this one, you can see that you can give it a theme, you can give it all of these. So let's go with what Copilot is suggesting. Let's go with that, and then let's try to hot restart, and then let's see. So this is actually the same, it didn't change anything. So what we're gonna do is we want to go with a device theme. Okay, so here we only want to get the height, okay, to reduce the height. So instead of all of this background input decoration, all of this, let's remove this decoration first of all. And then also this background color, we don't need this, it will get what is there, and then the text will also just get what is there. Maybe the style we can keep it just to keep uniform, but all we want is the bottom sheet. Okay, bottom sheet height, this one, let's put it something like 700. Okay, let's hot restart, then let's click it. So now we have the height which goes up to here. So let's change this to 500. Hot restart. Let's click that. You can see that now it comes up to here. So maybe let's do 400. Let's click it. Yeah, now you can select the country from here where we can see the other things there. But if you guys don't like the height to be shorter, you can just remove this and then hot restart. And then now once you click here, you get it to be full screen, which is also fine. Okay, so maybe we don't even need this at all, because the full screen is also just fine. You are going to pick the country, and then you are going to go back to this screen. So there's also another option to pop up. Let's see if we can get it here. We go on the properties here, so show phone number, show where's that? If you want it, you can just pop it up as a dialog. So country list theme data. So one of these, you can pop it as a dialog. If you head over to the documentation, you can see that if you want, you cannot show it as a bottom sheet. Okay, you can show it as a dialog. Okay, so but let's keep it like that. Now next, after this country code picker, after you picked the country, we are going to go to just after that, which is here. Let's put like a tick mark. We want, when someone is writing a phone number here, if it's valid, we can show something here like a tick that this is a correct number, just to make it look more professional, and maybe just to beautify the UI. Okay, so let's do that. So right after this container here, let's put our suffix icon. Okay, so let's say suffix icon, this one. Okay, so you can see Copilot is already assisting us, but for Copilot it says that we want to show the country code picker, which is not what we want. So let's put our own code here. Let's say container. It's true, we want a container, but we don't want the country code picker. So here, this container, let's give it a height of about 20 and a width of about 20 also. And then also let's give it some margin. So this margin, let's give it 10. And then let's give this container some decoration. So decoration, we've gone ahead with a Copilot suggestion, but here let's give it some the color. We don't want to give it this color. Let's give it a green color, because this will show that the text is the phone number is valid. And then what else? The radius, we don't want to give it this radius. Let's give it a shape. Okay, so instead of this, let's say shape. So shape dot circle, like that, and then we can add a const modifier here. So after this decoration, now let's give it a child. Okay, let's give it a child. So this child will be a check mark. So Copilot is suggesting this. Let's go with it, and then let's change this to be a done icon. Okay, and then the color yet can be white, and then maybe the size, let's change it to 20. So let's hot restart. Okay, yeah, we want something to be like that, but we don't want to show it now. When the user is typing, it should be, if there's nothing here, or when the user is typing, it shouldn't be showing. But when the phone number is valid, now we should show this. So to do that, we need to check. So we need to check our phone number controller. This controller, which is going to be, or here we need to put our controller. Okay. And then let's put the phone number controller here. Okay, so let's go up here, just here, let's put our phone number controller. So let's say final text editing controller, the phone number controller. And maybe while we're here, let's also initialize the controller for our button, the package that we've got. So final rounded loading button. So we have a button controller, and then here let's also create so let's put a comma here just to format it. Now let's create the dispose method. So in the dispose here, we need to dispose the controllers. So we need to dispose this phone controller dot dispose, and then we also need to that button controller. So this one we need to say stop. Okay, like that. So we've initialized the controllers, and then here we're disposing them. Okay, now if we come down here on the controller here, let's have a phone number controller. And then now that we have that, here we need to check now on this container. So here let's first check if the phone number controller is empty. So let's say phone number controller dot text dot length. If this is greater than 9, then we know that we need to show that container. If it's greater than 9, we will show this container, and then in the else we'll just show now. Okay, then we won't show it. So let's hot restart. So you can see that we don't have it at the beginning because this is not greater than 9. Okay, so now once we start entering the numbers, and then when we reach greater than 9, we should have it. Okay, so now we don't have it because we did not do the code here. So here we need to add the onChanged method. So down here, let's have our onChanged method, this one. So this one returns a value. Okay, and then let's put our method here. So now Copilot is suggesting, but that's not what we want to do. What we want to do is to set state here. Set state to the phone controller dot text is equals to value. Okay, so every time we put a new text here, we want to be counting this. so that in the end, if it gets to greater than 9, we show that. Okay, so let's go ahead and test that. Let's hot restart. Now let's start typing. So you see that now if we have 9, and then if we have greater than 9, it shows. If we delete that, it goes away. Okay, if we have greater than 9, we can see that. Okay, so that's what we want here. So this is our code is done. If this is not valid, if you are still entering here, you won't see this check mark, but as soon as you got the valid numbers, and then we can see that. Okay, great. So that's what we wanted here. Now let's continue. So now that we have put this icon here on our prefix, I don't think we need the loading button here, because we can use this same icon just to click it and then send our phone number. Okay, so yeah, I think let's change that. So we don't need that loading button here, we'll use this one. Okay, so now let's maybe make it a bit bigger. So where's that? This is our container, so let's maybe get 30 height. Let's hot restart. Yeah, maybe even of 40, because now it's going to be a button. Okay, let's hot restart. Then let's try to enter that. Yeah, maybe let's have it bigger like that, and then the icon could be something like 30. Yes, so now we can click it, and then so that to be able to click that, we need to wrap this into another widget, which is called inkwell. We can wrap it in the inkwell or gesture detector. So now on tap here, that's when now we are going to let's just give it a comment. Yeah, to do. Yeah, that's what we are going to do here. Okay, so this would be the end of the login screen, just like this. This is just a basic login screen. Okay, so once you enter your phone number, then you just click here. Okay, so thank you guys, and then we are going to end this video right here. This will be our login screen. In the next video, we are going to do the method to send the OTP. Okay, thank you guys, and see you in the next video.